Please, we need you. We need you to come here.
Sad.
Yes. Welcome back to Africa Ever After. I am Zara, and this is my husband.
Hey, I'm Julius, everybody.
Today's video, we will be discussing 10 African business ideas that have the potential to turn into gold mines. These aren't just any ideas, they are culturally relevant, innovative, and ripe with opportunities. So grab your notebook and a pen because your next big venture might just be what we discussed in this video. So let's get into it. The first business idea that we think could turn into a gold mine, at least in Uganda, is family-friendly entertainment.
Let me tell you, there's not much here. There's a few things, but we need a lot more. I mean, from arcades to...
bowling, roller skating.
They got one go-kart in place.
But they could use some more.
They could use more.
Yeah.
What's the name of that little bowling place? Where it has an arcade, main event.
Yeah.
Something like a main event.
I think that could be a gold mine. I feel like people here definitely have money to spend, and so they definitely do spend on entertainment. It's just not a lot of options available.
Right.
I have heard that people do tend to go to those places and then get bored. So if you are going to do a business like that, you have to make sure that you're an innovative person, that you're always thinking of new ways to draw people in.
Right. Gotta stay up to date, y'all.
Yeah. The next business idea is a restaurant. Not just any restaurant though.
We need that good.
Is there something that your city does better than anybody? If so, then that may be the business that you should get into.
Mexican, Italian, soul food, we need them all. Like you could come in here and make like a Chipotle, but just call it Lay, and you would win. You know what I'm saying? It's prime for the taking.
There are lots of local restaurants and they are good, but when restaurants try to do other ethnic foods, they've so far been a little lacking. So if you have a specialty, then definitely bring that. In fact, when you come, let us know.
Please.
We'll be your first customer.
I'm begging.
So please, that would be a business you could do, is starting a restaurant.
All right, the next one is gyms, fitness, that whole bit. They have gyms, they're just not up to what we're used to. If they were on another level, it would be it's a reason. Okay, I just gotta put it simply. If Uganda really wanted to be amazing at sports on a world level, this is what they need to invest in. They don't really have the facilities so athletes can actually be really good at what they do. Really, they have the bodies. They have people who are crazy athletic. They can't compete on a higher level because they just don't have what we have. So if it's a 24-hour fitness, Planet Fitness type thing, they need that.
Classes, fitness classes.
CrossFit, they need anything to do with athletics. It's a need. Even if you just open up something as just to buy pads, anything in that, they need it.
Like boxing places would be good. I haven't seen one for real, like a real big boxing thing.
It's not. If it is, I haven't seen it. And I've Googled it and I haven't seen it on there either.
Yeah.
So that's just another thing. A quick little, that'll be my PS moment. If you are good with social media, putting something on Google to make sure somebody can find your business, you would take over the game.
The next business that I think would kill here would be any kind of big box warehouse store. Ooh. There are tons of small businesses that do these kind of things on small scales, but there's not really any big businesses that do it. For instance, at least I saw in South Africa that they have Home Depot-like stores. I haven't seen any here. So if you have that kind of specialty, Ace Hardware, like that kind of thing, you could kill here. Also, Walmart type stores, Targets, any kind of thing where you can go, any kind of store you can go in and get a lot of different types of goods in the same location would be wonderful here. Also, like Office Depot would do great. What are some other ones?
Whew, that's a long list.
Dick's
Office
Sporting
Depot,
Goods.
Academy Sports,
Yeah.
Costco, Sam's Club, that type of deal.
Restaurant Depot.
Right. Cabela's, O'Reilly's, any car place like that. That list is long. If you just have a big box store that makes sense, you will kill.
Yeah.
Because it's just not a thing here.
And it would also add to, in my opinion, to the population, as there's not a lot of places that are convenient to go when you're
Right.
looking for specialty items, like such as O'Reilly's or Napa Auto Parts. You have to kind of look around for these kind of places. And so if you had a place where everybody could go to get those certain things, I think that you would be opening $1 million business easily.
Easy.
Yeah.
It's easy money.
Right.
I mean, just to wrap that whole thing up, the way it usually goes is you have to search far and wide in the middle of the city or wherever to find this one thing here that may have it, and then they probably don't, so they'll refer you to somebody else and somebody else just to look for one thing.
Yeah.
It'll take most of the day maybe to find it, maybe two. So if you can just go to one place like a lot of us are used to and know that they're going to have it, and if they don't have it today, we know we will have it tomorrow.
Right.
You'll take over.
Yeah, I agree. The next business that I think would be great would be grocery stores. They do have grocery stores here, but they don't have really good parking, so it's really hard to get in and out. There is one big grocery store here called Carrefour, and they do it well. I just feel like they don't have really any competition, and for the sake of the public, it's important to have competition. Also, they don't do groceries like we're used to in the States. So if someone came in with that kind of mindset, maybe studying a business in the States and then redoing that business here, I think that you would make a lot of money.
You could do something like I've already said. You could have a Chick-fil-A and just call it Chick, and it's going to work.
That's not a grocery store, isn't it?
Just saying in general.
The next business is print shops.
Ooh, print shops. That's the next one. So y'all remember back in the day when we had Kinko's, but now we have FedEx? Yo, we need all of that. If you can just walk in there, print some papers, and walk out, that would work. Not to mention if you can print a shirt or a lot of shirts or whatever you need to make sure that you can print whatever your heart desires at one place. There's nothing like that here.
Especially self-service. They do have print shops where you have to hand somebody your USB card and then they print it for you. So it's a long, cumbersome process. If you could just have a business where you could email them, they will respond to you when it's done, kind of like Kinko's did, or something where it streamlines the process of getting stuff printed for your business. I think that you would do really well here, because it just does not exist. And everything here is service-based, means that somebody has to do it for you.
Right.
So if you were able to have a business where people can walk in and do it themselves, get in and get out, then that would be a wonderful experience, especially for business owners here in Uganda.
Just make sure you have parking.
Yes, please, parking, please.
Parking.
Yes.
A lot of parking.
Yes. The next business is skincare or soap. They do have soap here in Uganda, but it's not what I'm used to, at least. It's more chemical based. There may be some businesses out there, but I just haven't ran into them. So what I really wish I could find was people who made the homemade, really beautiful, really fragrant soap bars, or people who made really fragrant natural skincare that was healing without all the extra preservatives. So I would love to support a business like that here.
What's the name of that company? The Frilly Frally, was it Lush or something like that?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I wish.
Something like that.
Man, I wish.
Just make it healthy.
Yeah, if there was a Lush here, oh my goodness, I would love that. And there are plenty of malls that could support a business like that here. So if that's what you do, and you do it to a grand scale in the US, you could do it even bigger and better here. And I know a ton of Black women especially who have those kind of businesses. You do well.
Yeah.
You will do really well.
And there's a mall just like it is little churches on the corner here. So just like in the States where there's a lot of churches, there's malls on every corner too.
Right, so there would be plenty of places for you to have your retail location if you chose to have one.
Right. All right. Well, the next one is food processing. That is a need on the whole grand level.
All of Africa needs food processing.
Everywhere. It doesn't matter where you go. It's a need.
Yeah.
Some people even say, no, they don't really need it in South Africa. That's a lie. They need it there too.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Food processing. Yeah.
So from the bottom level of just someone that can process the vegetables and just chop it up all the way to cans, it does not matter. If you are in the food processing, you can make a killing.
I have a suggestion. I think that ketchup is desperately needed here. The ketchup tastes a little different than what we're used to, and sometimes it's pink. So there's that. Also, tomato paste would be great. Diced tomatoes, salsa.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss salsa. Picante sauce, anything to do with tomatoes, please. We need you. We need you to come here.
Sad.
Yes. But also there's lots and lots of food waste here because there's more farms than there are food processing plants. So if you do that, or if you have the capacity to do food processing, please, we need you. Also, there's a lot of food processing, or a lot of canned foods that we get here in Uganda are imported from other places. And so it would help the economy tremendously if people didn't have to pay that huge tax to get it imported from Kenya or the Middle East or China or wherever. And they could just go to you locally. It would help with shipping. It's more sustainable. We need you to come here and process food. Also, just a tip, if you're looking for what business you should go into if you decide to go in food processing, look for reports from different countries, including the Netherlands, Ghana, Uganda had some. India, China. Germany. They have reports, that they're trying to get their people to come to Africa and start these businesses because they know they have the potential to be multi-million-dollar businesses. So do your research, find a company model, base your business off that model, run the plan. You can do it. Food processing, please. The next thing, or the second to last thing that we think that you need to invest in Africa is cold storage. Not just like refrigerated rooms, like those things are important as well, but also like freezer rooms or even rooms that would allow fruits and vegetables to, what's it called? What's what I'm looking for? Oh, rooms
Flash freeze?
Rooms that would preserve fruits and vegetables. That's what I'm thinking of.
So essentially, to keep it quick and short, that's another part of the processing. If you can have flash freezing, dryers,
dehydrating.
Anything to deal with that whole family, even just regular storage, they need it.
Really, really badly. Again, and just like the food processing, if you had a facility where businesses could rent freezers or cold rooms or whatever, dehydrating rooms, you would be sitting on a gold mine.
Yeah.
So please, if you have the capability or the funds to do those things, please do it. Hopefully in Uganda, so we can support your business. But anywhere needs it, everywhere needs it. So the last and the 10th and final business that we think could be a gold mine here in Africa is real estate. In all aspects, from commercial to warehousing to residential homes and apartments.
Basically, there's only so much land in the world. So that's one major thing. But here, there's a shortage of homes, there's a shortage of apartments, etc. So if you can come up with commercial real estate, that would be great. If you built a nice apartment, that would be something too.
With parking, please.
With parking.
Yes.
Don't do that. Stop that. So if you can just do that, even if you made a whole development, that is needed on a grand scale.
Especially affordable housing.
Yeah.
So if you are in a business like that, or you know how to do that thing, how to do housing in a way that is affordable, you would be sitting on a gold mine. But again, I have to say it again, if you're going to create a commercial real estate facility, please think about parking, please.
Space,
Yes.
period. Space, parking, the whole bit. Parking, space.
Yes.
Don't be doing that. Don't put your little business that's like 10 acres and just make it into a quarter of an acre and then put it right next to some house.
Please don't.
Don't do that. Make some space, okay?
Yes.
Thank you.
That was 10 businesses that we think would thrive here in Africa. But if you have any other ideas, make sure that you put them in the comments below. We would love to see what you have to say about it. But if you like this video, make sure to give it the thumbs up and subscribe so that you can watch our future content. And remember, we're all in this together. So keep dreaming. Dang it. And as always, keep dreaming, keep pushing. We're all in this together.
All right, holla at y'all. Peace.